people, what up? Today I want to talk about Yngwie Malmsteen's Arpeggios from Hell, specifically, and more in general, just about practicing challenging parts. First of all, why, you're not a beginning player anymore, you're intermediate, maybe even a professional guitar player. You still want to find stuff that challenges you because you want to keep growing, you want to keep getting better. You'll never reach the point where you're done. Like, if you have that attitude, there's something you've not understood yet, because you're never going to be done. There's always something you can work on and something you can get better in. Maybe it's not even guitar playing technically anymore, but I'm sure you can then work on production skills, your ear, music theory maybe, songwriting, stuff that corresponds and relates to guitar. But in my case, it's even, I'm still working on guitar technique. I'm doing ear training. I want to get better at just listening to a piece and being able to hear it immediately in all its detail. But right now, let's talk about Arpeggios from Hell. That's a piece that I've been working on for a couple of weeks now. Though I gotta say, not every day. I don't have time to work on it every day. There's other stuff that has to be done. So it's an on-off project, and that's the first thing. When I pick something like that, it's got to be inspiring for me. It has to have the spark the fire in me so I can keep the patience, because I know Arpeggios from Hell, it's so difficult and challenging that it's gonna take years. And I'm not kidding. It's really gonna take years to to just polish it. And sure, I can play it. I can play that piece. And that wasn't even a good example. Like, that was kind of sloppy. Because, to be honest, I haven't played that thing for, I would say, like for 2 weeks or something. Or even longer. It circulates. Now I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to repolish the technique. And it's going to get better. I'm playing it a little bit different than Yngwie Malmsteen, technique-wise. And probably also the fingering of the left hand is different. I'm going to explain my right hand technique. I do kind of a hybrid picking thing. So, for example, when I do that first E minor chord, that moment right here, I hope you can see this. I'm doing this little thing. I'm doing the downstrokes with my pick, but I'm doing the upstrokes with my appendix. And that just makes the string skipping action much easier. And then I'm going to switch back right here to the pick. Appendix, pick, appendix. And right here now, here's a real string skipping from the G to the E string. Back to the pick. I'm doing this legato pull-off technique right here. You could do it with just all alternate picking. Sorry. Don't want to play a major chord. If you listen really closely, I'm kind of skipping over certain notes at sometimes, and sometimes I mistakenly play a major chord instead of a minor chord. But because it's so fast, you can hide such things. Right there, there's that major chord. Oh my god, that was bad. That was bad. Let's check out the next chord. It's an A minor chord. Same technique with my appendix. To a diminished. Here I like to do the same thing. Starting at this position right here, I incorporate my appendix. Do a diminished chord, a whole step down. Now comes this part. This is cool. I'm pretty sure he's not playing it like that, but that's the way I'm playing it. That run right there. There's different ways that you could play it. I mean, you could. Let me think. You could play like that, right? Something like that. I decided to kind of split it out, so I'm going more into the horizontal. I'm doing more string changes. Or am I? No, I'm doing less. I'm doing one less string change because I'm ending on the root note E right here instead right here. But the trade-off is I have to do more movement in the left hand, but I decided I like that better. It's all 16th notes, so if your beat is 1, 2, then you... I guess the speed is a little bit higher. So let's say that was the speed 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And see, when I play it slow, it kind of sucks, right? That's like another phenomenon that many players have. They can play something quite well at a certain tempo, at a high tempo, and when you want to back down the tempo, for some reason, I don't know why, maybe you know the reason, put it in the comments, it doesn't work. It's the same thing right here for me. I can kind of play it in that tempo. I can play it really slow. It's all alternate picking. And I play in that tempo, in a fast tempo. It's kind of clean, you know. It's not too messy, it's not too sloppy. But if I want to play it in a medium tempo, like say something like that, I don't know why. And then it kind of starts to suck. If you know the reason why this phenomenon happens, put it in the comments. That's probably the most difficult part in this little Arpeggios from Hell piece. Man, you just gotta practice. There's little exercises you can do for building the speed in your right hand. Maybe I'm gonna do a video on speed picking for the right hand and the left hand. Something like that, exercises like that. Most important thing is you gotta be able to play it in your left. You gotta have that speed in your right hand. So let's say that's the speed you can go. That's the high speed you can about to go, and still keep it relaxed. You know, you don't want to tighten up. You want to be absolutely relaxed. So let's say that's my speed for being relaxed. And that's what your left hand has to be capable of doing as well. So let's say I want to play it all with legato of pull-offs. with slides and pull-offs. If your left hand can do it in that tempo, and your right hand can do that tempo, why not do both hands at the same time? That's synchronization. You gotta practice that synchronization. Do it slow, but at a certain point, also try to do it fast, because it's also a psychological thing. You just, at a certain point, you just have to have trust in yourself that you can play that, you know? If your right hand can do it, and if your left hand can do it, it's just a matter of syncing those two things. And I know people always tell you to practice slow, and it is true. Practice slow, but at a certain point, man, you gotta practice fast as well, because playing fast, that's a thing for itself. That's a thing you gotta get some routine in. So yeah, that's how I play the Yngwie Malmsteen. I know it's a little bit different than a lot of people do it. The right hand thing with my appendix and the down picking, it just makes it easier for me. I'm pretty good at playing alternate picking. I've never invested that much time in doing the sweep picking thing. So stuff like that. You know, economy picking, sweep picking, economy picking. Right there, I guess that would be a moment where you normally would do the economy picking thing. I don't know. It just, for me, it just doesn't feel. That just feels nicer for me, just to include my pinky appendix. And oh yeah, that little slur at the end. You know, the real run is just from here to here. If you can master that, don't worry too much about it. Because if you check out Yngwie Malmsteen's version, he's just doing exactly like that. He's playing from here to here, pretty clean and pretty 16th notes. But from that point on, it's just something like that. It's just like a little slur. Something like that. And you know what I then like to do is just take ideas from the Yngwie Malmsteen and include them into your improvisation, because normally when you improvise, you're much more relaxed than if you practice. And that's something you want to get a routine in. For me, that's my main goal right now, to just keep it relaxed no matter what. If I'm, you know, playing challenging stuff like that and practicing, that's my main goal is, you know, it's pretty hard to play. Stay relaxed. Next part, pretty hard to play. This one right here. See how relaxed everything is? That's the real secret. Not to tighten up, to keep everything loose and relaxed, and then it should work out. If you have the patience, you know, remember, it's going to take years. It's not going to happen you're not going to wake up and all of a sudden you can play that kind of stuff. And as I said, I'm not at the end of the road. You will never be at the end of the road. You will always keep, normally, you know, there's always something you can work on. And I played it a couple times now, and it kept getting, throughout this video, this kept getting better and better. The first times it was pretty sloppy, and at the end, you know, it was a little bit tighter, a little bit cleaner, and a little bit relaxed. Huh? You know, at the beginning, I was much more tense, and at the end of this video, think that I was more relaxed and it's more exact and more clean. Leave a comment in the box how you like this video. I think I'm going to do one about speed picking, show you some exercises that I like to practice that got me a little bit faster, because believe me, speed picking is something that I picked up pretty late when I was in my 20s. And you know, I'm not the fastest player, but I think I got a decent speed in my right hand and my left hand. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do a video on that one, but leave some comments in the box below. Thanks for watching this video and see you next time.